The course at the Monroe Institute is unique. It's different from any other course you're going to get anywhere else. The primary reason that it was developed at the Institute had to do with my being brought here by the U.S. Army and put in communication with Bob Monroe. I've been having lots of experiences since my second near-death experience and my first near-death experience. I was able to use specific sound qualities in the sound that the Institute provides for emptying my mind, calming my mind, centering my mind, things like that, which assist in producing the remote viewing information. There's a misconception about remote viewing that many people don't understand. And that is, remote viewing is not about discovering what the object or the event or the information is that they're being targeted on. It's not about knowing everything you can know about the target or being able to say, this is what it is. Remote viewing is about producing bits of information that come to the mind that are unexpected. They just appear in the mind. The person is able to put them down, and in the analysis, they are found to be of some value in their connection to the target. It's not about making someone a remote viewer. It's about our providing them with a facility or a place that they can sit and be enveloped in the conditions that allow them to produce accurate information in the remote viewing technique, whatever that might be. Just about anybody could be an excellent remote viewer. It depends on how open their mind is or how open they can be. And it also has to do with how much they're willing to spend a great deal of time doing practice, or what their investment might be in terms of trying to learn to control what's going on up here. That's why the Monroe Institute has been such a good help in terms of developing remote viewing to the degree it can be developed. As we teach a lot of things that contribute to the discipline of the mind, and that's critical. We've found that there is no other adjunct that's usable for improving remote viewing without that discipline, that mental discipline. And the Institute's very good at providing that. Techniques don't matter. It's up to the individual on what their skills demand of them, or how they've fallen into the skill itself. There's only one protocol for remote viewing. Remote viewing has to be taught double blind, which means that no matter what the person does, they can't know anything about what the target is when they're working on the remote viewing. That's for practice or anything else. Double blind infers that anybody in the room with the remote viewer at the time they're doing remote viewing, practice or otherwise, no one can know what the target is, because we now know that human beings communicate between one another in a multitude of ways, to include nonverbal communications, NLP, and all kinds of other problems that can violate the protocol. So as long as the person is double blind, they can use pretty much any technique they want to use. In all my years of teaching remote viewing, there's no like specific occurrence. There's no event that dictates that, oh, now this person's a remote viewer. In fact, no matter how long you're a remote viewer, it can be for 1 year or 50 years. You're going to have as many failures as you're going to have successes. Remote viewing has to do, like I said, with everything coming together at the same time. Everything has a focus on producing information. Everything has to happen a certain way in order for that information to be produced and for that information to be accurate.